Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word, the podcast that helps you expand your English vocabulary. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today as we delve into another fascinating word. Our word of the day is chop, a B2 level verb that you'll find incredibly useful in your everyday English. So, what does chop actually mean? Well, simply put, it means to cut something into pieces, usually with a sharp tool like a knife or an axe. It implies a somewhat forceful action of dividing something into smaller portions. You might chop vegetables for a salad, or chop wood for a fire. It's a very common verb, and understanding its nuances will definitely boost your language skills. Now, let's explore some synonyms for chop. One useful synonym is dice, which means to cut into small cubes. For example, I need to dice the onions before adding them to the soup. Another synonym is mince, typically used for cutting meat into very small pieces. She minced the garlic and ginger to add flavor to the stir-fry. Then we have cut up, a more general synonym that simply means to cut something into pieces. For instance, he cut up the old newspaper to use as packing material. Another one is hack, implying a rougher, more forceful cutting action, often used when cutting wood. The lumberjack hacked at the tree with his axe. And lastly, there is slice, which refers to cutting something into thin, flat pieces. Would you like me to slice the bread for you? Let's see those synonyms in some sentences. The chef carefully diced the tomatoes for the bruschetta. My grandmother minced the meat by hand, a technique she learned years ago. We cut up the cardboard boxes before recycling them. He hacked away at the overgrown bushes in the garden. She used a sharp knife to slice the cake into equal portions. Now that we've explored the synonyms, let's look at some antonyms, words with opposite meanings. A clear antonym for chop would be join, meaning to connect or put things together. For example, we need to join the two pieces of wood to make a table leg. Another antonym is assemble, meaning to put together parts to create a whole. The instructions showed how to assemble the bookshelf. We could also consider unite, which implies bringing things together to form a single entity. The treaty helped to unite the two warring nations. Another opposite could be connect, describing the action of linking two things. Please connect the printer to the computer. Lastly, consider mend, especially when something has been broken. She tried to mend the broken vase with glue. Let's use these antonyms in sentences. They decided to join forces to achieve their common goal. It took me hours to assemble the model airplane. The power of love can unite people from all walks of life. You need to connect the cables before the system will work. He carefully tried to mend the tear in his favorite shirt. So, how can you use chop in your everyday life? Well, you might say I need to chop some carrots for dinner tonight. Or, he's chopping wood for the fireplace. You might even hear expressions like, let's chop down that tree if someone wants to remove it, or a more figurative use, such as they're trying to chop the budget, meaning they're trying to reduce it. Here are some more usage examples of chop in sentences and phrases. She chopped the onions so finely that they practically melted into the sauce. The chef expertly chopped the herbs with a rocking motion. I'm going to chop up some vegetables for a salad. He used a large axe to chop the log in half. Don't chop all your hair off. The company decided to chop jobs to reduce costs. We need to chop down these bushes. They're blocking the sunlight. The prices have been chopped in half for the sale. Can you chop the parsley, please? He was chopping at the meat with a blunt knife. And remember the phrase, chop chop, which is an informal way of saying hurry up. So, to recap, chop means to cut something into pieces. Some synonyms are dice, mince, cut up, hack, and slice. Antonyms include join, assemble, unite, connect, and mend. And remember, you can use chop in various contexts, from cooking to describing budget cuts. Thank you for joining me on Hello Word today. I hope you found this episode helpful and that you're now more confident in using the word chop. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and leave a review. Your support helps others find our show and learn English too. Now, I have a challenge for you. Create your own sentence using the word chop and share it as a comment under this video. I'm looking forward to reading your creative examples. Until next time, keep learning and keep practicing.